Hello, my name is Patrick, and this is my story. My wife and I became homeless on the day of our 42nd wedding anniversary. And prior to that, we grew up together in Milpitas, California, a little town on the other side of Sunnyvale. And we went to school together, and we ended up marrying. We've been, like I said, now it's 44 years, but we are no longer homeless. And I'll take you a little trip down what took place here. We were living here in Sunnyvale, and one month our rent was $1,350 a month. The following month it went to $1,850. I did not have the money. So where did that leave us? We were standing at Fair Oaks Park in Sunnyvale, and we were looking around, and we felt lost. We didn't know what to do. We had never been in this position before. For all the years that we were married, we lived in the neighborhoods, and we had apartment complexes and homes. But now that we're homeless, what were we going to do? How were we going to go about this? Luckily for us, 4 years prior to becoming homeless, I would ride my bike through the park every day, back and forth on my way to work. So I knew a lot of the people. Wonderful people we met out there. So we get through the first night, but we still haven't felt the effects of what homelessness is. Now, prior to this, we were good old Mr. and Mrs. Scott, Patrick and Sandra, and our dog Pepper. She went through the ordeal with us. But it was amazing to us how attitudes and the way people looked at you changed by being homeless. Well, when we got there, we right away noticed there's got to be a better way. So on our second day of being homeless, we met two wonderful people, and that would be Lavana and her mother Teresa. Now, Teresa, Sandra, and I thought, well, we've got to find some kind of good out of a bad situation. So we became like the liaisons between the homeless community and the police department, which at the time, it was very bad relations. They didn't have a clue, and the homeless didn't have a clue, but we were able to work it out. And during this time, Sandra and I met more people of value, of genuine love and compassion for people than we had all our lives wherever we lived. And in this homeless community, people don't realize it could be you, it could be the mayor. It only takes one paycheck, and then you're there. Well, so we decided we're going to try to make the best out of a bad situation. And we would tour the park every day and make sure these youngsters understood certain times through life you can be your best friend or your worst enemy. In this case, you needed to be your best friend so that you were accepted and that the police would stay off of your back. Like I said, when it first started until where we are now with that, it's a difference of night and day. They had to learn as we had to learn. And I want to thank the police chief for that. He did an outstanding job in trying to work with the homeless community in Fair Oaks Park. And, you know, I don't know anybody that woke up wanting to be homeless. I'm a two-time Vietnam veteran discharged. Never in my wildest dreams did I think we would be homeless, but we were. And along the way, every day at the park, this team called the Downtown Street Team would come through the park. Well, it wasn't a good situation with them either at first because, you know, my wife and I are retired. And I told the person one time, the next person that mentions Downtown Street Team, I'm going to sock them. We're retired. What can you do for us? Well, I was wrong. Before I even put my yellow shirt on, now I have a green shirt, I have my own work team. Things started happening for us. Doors were opening. And if you, as the homeless person, do what's asked of you, there is hope and there is help. And as far as Sunnyvale goes, this is a city with the amount of people that they have and the size of it, they are so blessed in having two of the finest organizations, nonprofit, there to help people that are getting in these kind of spots. And, you know, it's amazing that if you take the time out to think about where you are and how you got there, if you take that time, you will find an answer. And you know, here's the biggest thing of it all. When you're homeless, you're sort of like walking like this. And every day that something good comes along, you start to walk a little more straight. And then you go on and something else happens and you're living. And finally you can walk down the street with anybody else, hold your head high, and let it show that I am of value and I am somebody. And I want to take the time to thank Downtown Street Team for being as big a part of my life and my wife's life as you are. You say we did the work? Yes, we did. But it was you that guided us in the right direction to get and have where we are. Thank you.